So I'm sitting here thinking about how people essentially get themselves triggered and how the things that we consume on a day-to-day basis are affecting the way we feel, affecting our mood, whether we feel happy, whether we feel sad, feel anxious, stressed, and all these different things. And I've just been sat here thinking about this, so I thought I'd record down my thoughts on the situation. Now, we are very much in control of what we consume on a day-to-day basis, whether we are watching things on YouTube, whether we're scrolling through Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all different types of social media, whether, we read a book, whether we look up different recipes or whatever on different websites and things like that. We're in control of what we consume, what we click on, what we watch. Yet so many of us choose to consume stuff that has a negative impact upon our health, mentally more so. The reason I was saying this, so as many of you will know, I'm a Spurs fan, and for any of you that don't know, Spurs are just a football club that I support, and basically things are not going well now. I won't go into too much detail. If you know, you know, but if you don't know football, then basically the club that I support, terrible at the moment, really poor all round. And obviously I'm going on Twitter, and I'm seeing a lot of things regarding the club that I support, Spurs. So I'm reading people's opinions on it, reading the news stories and things like that. And obviously, when things are going bad and it's getting me triggered, it's getting me annoyed, it's pissing me off, reading these things because it's something that I care about, and so the things that I'm reading and I'm consuming about the club at the minute is obviously quite negative. There's a lot of negativity surrounding the club. So obviously I'm reading stuff on Twitter, getting angry, feeling the need to tweet about it, feeling the need to get triggered by it. And I realised this, and now this is probably where a lot of people go wrong, is that they don't actually realise necessarily that they're doing this. So for myself, I've noticed I'm sat here in the sun, trying to relax, and I'm reading Twitter, I'm getting pissed off, and it clicked on me. I'm like, why am I reading it? So simple solution, I just deleted the Twitter app. And I've done this a lot. I've done this a few times. I'll re-download it when the content that I know is going to be there is maybe a little bit more positive. For example, like if Spurs are doing well, mainly Twitter. I read a lot of football stuff on Twitter. My football news comes from there. So if I get any news on football, it's from Twitter. So obviously the news that I'm getting now is just not good news, so it's getting me triggered. I'll re-download it again when there may be some more positive news, because again, I'm in control of what I'm consuming on a day-to-day basis. There's no point consuming stuff that is gonna get me angry, is gonna get me pissed off. And I often read the comments on Twitter, and you just see people arguing with each other, and you've just gone on Twitter to have an argument, and it just seems like such a waste of time. So yeah, I think it's just trying to have that awareness, or realising that you're actually what emotions you're feeling from what you're consuming. So a lot of people will look at celebrities, influencers, fitness models on Instagram, and then they'll compare themselves, and then they'll look at themselves in the mirror and they'll feel bad about themselves. They'll compare themselves, thinking, why can't I have what they have? And again, it's making them feel shit about themselves. It's making them feel very negative about their own appearance, about their bodies, when they're comparing themselves to people that are either way further along in the process of eating well, exercising, going to the gym, doing all that sort of thing, compared to their journey, where they may be at the very start of their journey, and they've not done the things that these people that they're comparing themselves to. And they're also not thinking about the other things that go into it. Like a lot of these people that you see that are really lean and what they go through, you know, that's their goals, and that's fine. But if that's not your goals, you don't need to do the things that they do, so you're not going to look the same way. And also genetically anyway, we're not going to look the same. A lot of these models and things like that have got better genetics, that they can go to the gym, they can put on muscle easier, they can lose body fat much easier, and so there's a lot of people that are genetically gifted on Twitter, Instagram and things like that, just because, you know, if you look good on Instagram, you get more likes, you get more followers. That's just the way it is. But that doesn't make you any less of a person, and comparing yourself to these people does no good for your health and does no good for your own body image. So again, it's just like identifying it and being aware of that, so that then you can actually change it, so that then you can actually turn off Instagram, switch it off, just delete it for a couple of days when you're getting those feelings, so that then you can, again, you're controlling what you consume, you're controlling the way that things make you feel. And if things are making you feel shit, if they are making you feel angry and making you feel these negative emotions that you don't want to feel, then if you have that awareness to be able to step away from those things, to take a break from those things, then it's going to do wonders for your mental health. But I just wanted to sort of speak about that, because I think a lot of people just consume content and they wonder why they feel a certain way, and they wonder why they feel down, angry, you know, all these different emotions, and they're feeling not good when they're consuming content that's not making them feel good, but they're just not aware of that. And then a lot of people will continue just consuming this content over and over again, and obviously you can get into that spiral then that leads to obviously more stress, more anxiety and things like that. But yeah, I hope that made sense. If you got any questions, or if you got any thoughts on that, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you want to have a chat about that, then drop me a message. But thanks for listening, and speak to you soon.